Definitely, I'm thinking about the collection of information somewhere somehow, and I think of as a place where it is stored or maintained, or put in an organized way to facilitate whatever objective there is to meet.
Data centers, that's where cat videos live, memes, probably my mails as well, maybe my money. Yeah, a lot of data. It's like a data warehouse for myself. Yeah.
Data centers are places whereby large amounts of data are stored. So for example, if you have 100,000 clients that use your product or service, a data center is where all the information concerning them will be stored. Every single transaction they do, every payment, everything is going to be within these places. And it's a place where your data can be analyzed, stored, and basically kept safe or processed for any purpose you need.
I think of probably a station or a storage place where communal data is stored. Yeah, that's probably what I think. Something where a place where probably certain type of data is stored.
So they safely keep our data, and basically it's a good backup resource for all our information and our data.
Data centers are important because as time goes on, business is more and more related to information you can have. If you can know exactly who your customers are, where they are, and how they shop, you're going to be able to do things like target advertising and distribution more effectively. It also helps you understand and preempt needs when you have that data and you're able to apply data science to process and understand it. And from that understanding and analysis, you can use it to make more money or to improve the products and services that you provide.
I think they're really important I think you need to study people patterns, and I think they're important for marketing, where to find who, because I think data categorizes people, what kind of data they're keeping, what kind of data they are following. I think that categorizes people. So I think for marketing you can then know where to target, who is interested in what, and also security. If personal data can be stored in somewhere secure, I think that would be cool.
Well, definitely every business runs with information, so I'm thinking, man, if there's a place where they can collect that information that can facilitate what they're doing, definitely it's a plus for them. So that's the important.
If I was the Minister of ICT, I'll make sure that we have really very fast internet, so that people can access information, they can transact online, they can transact globally, basically get all the full benefits of the internet. I would make electronics really cheap, probably cut taxes on electronics devices to democratize technology so that everyone can access it. Yeah.
I'm thinking we can go way back to see how money has evolved and all that stuff going on, to see where we have come from and how better we can do the finance ecosystem in a very friendly and very convenient way for everyone. So I'm thinking if information is there, to see the process and whether we met the goals and objectives of making life easier for people in terms of payment, in terms of making payment of goods and services easier. Yes.
I think the biggest one would be education. We need to have a shorter lifetime between when someone begins to study IT and when someone begins to implement it. So as an example, if anyone graduates computer science and after the 3 years they don't have an application, that shows that there is a gap there. There is an application gap. Because the great thing with technology is it's democratized. you don't have to ask anyone's permission to develop software that improves people's lives, and so that's what I would do as if I was the information technology minister. Just encourage application.
One thing is how information gets to the common people, because there's many things happening up these ends. Okay, like regarding fintech, there's millions of ways of making money without literally working hard. There's passive revenue streams and people do not know about it. So if there's a way we can get all kinds of information to the common people, yeah, I think that would change something about that.
So data centers are really critical, again, for storing information that in a very secure manner that small businesses will probably not be able to afford by themselves.
Data centers are important because you need to have control and understanding of your clients and of your operations. Within these data centers is also information about your own organization and how it runs and who's employed there and payroll, and having control of that and not having it decentralized or in a server all across the globe is an important thing that you want to have.
I think they can get where to start from. It's better than starting from scratch to mine for data than have data about a particular subject already known or discovered. So if I want to know something about a certain subject and I find it somewhere, I think that would be awesome.
Impact of data centers to a cashless economy. So you need a place where all these digital transactions can securely be processed, and a data center is probably the safest and the best place to have those transactions securely processed and transacted for the ordinary user.
Data centers are going to be both a way of managing transactions as well as a safety net and a way to prevent things like fraud. When you have every single wire transfer monitored and detailed and logged away, that allows you to keep track of everything that's going on through your systems. And that means if there is any error, if there is any activity that may be considered unscrupulous, it can be tracked down, analyzed, and dealt with.
Cashless economies are a plus for me. I would also recommend for that. But then about data centers, if they can categorize people and know and study their habits about how they pay for certain things, yeah, that would be really helpful in a way, because other services they can be connected to other services because the economy keeps changing somehow. Yeah, I don't know how to place it very well, but I can explain better.